Dear children, before I enter into the World War II, you must know all these points after the World War I. What all the things happened and how Germany was accepted, the peace conference treaty and all. See, these are the points you can take down in your social science notebook. Don't waste the time, please. Take down these notes. Now you see. Treaty of Versailles and Peace Conference in Paris. This is after the defeat of the First World War. Kaiser Wilhelm II ran away to Holland, leaving the country. Germany, he left over there. And after that, what happened? I have given here. You just see. At last, after its defeat, Germany surrendered in November 1918. It also forced to accept harsh terms. So Germany accepted the harsh terms which was introduced by the big nations who were against Germany. Now you see, by the political situation, because of abdication of the Kaiser Wilhelm. Abdication means he left the country and he went to other country for to save his life. Now what happened you see? Peace conference. When it is started, you should know that. Now you see, it was held in Paris, the capital of France, in 1990. The very great personalities who formed this conference were Woodrow Wilson of USA, Lloyd George, the Prime Minister of England, and Clemenceau, the PM of France, played a very important part to implement this. Next, at last, the German government agreed and the treaty was signed on 28 June 1919. In the Hall of Mirror. So it was held after the war was over. Then we are going to learn about what are the provisions of the treaty. Because it is a very harsh terms even on Germany, left on Germany, and it has to pay all these things. Because it is because of war indemnity. It gave a lot of trouble to the people, the human life, and also destruction cost more, and so we are going to learn about it now. Now we are going to see provisions of the treaty. As for reparation for the losses suffered, all central powers were asked to pay war indemnity. It's very high amount. We have to pay war indemnity. Germany and its allied countries have to pay a lot of amount as war indemnity. The German army was reduced to 1 lakh men and a small navy was allowed with 12 boats. Only 12 boats were given to Germany. Next, the union of Austria and Germany was forbidden because if they both were very friendly in the beginning, now it was forbidden. All German colonies became mandated territories under the League of Nations. So all these territories were given to under the hands of League of Nations to look after. Germany was forced to revoke the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk with Russia and Bucharest with Bulgaria. These treaties it has to sign because Germany was forced to sign all these treaty. Again, it should not beg any war. That was the meaning. Now, Alsace and Lorraine were given to France again. The Russian territories of Finland, Estonia, Lithuania became independent. The Rhine land was occupied by Allies. The Rhine river's land was occupied by allies, the east bank of Rhine River was to be demilitarized. Demilitarized means there should not be any military force over there. It should be demilitarized. Now we are going to see the effects of the World War I. 8 million people had died within 4 years. The 4 years war brought a great destruction to the human life and also properties of the common people, and also destroyed the industries. As more than 16 million people were wounded, many crippled. Crippled means they broke their hand, they cut off the fingers, they cut off their legs, and suffered like anything. Blood everywhere, bloodshed. Then, for life, many people were affected with influenza. Influenza is a kind of disease. They were suffered a lot. The people were suffering with influenza. The most important of all was the rise of consolidation of the Union of Social and Soviet republics. They got the power. USSR got the power. America entered the war as money lender to the world. America with money to the many countries because they have no money. So America, which was a very rich country during those days, it came forward to help the other countries who were suffering in the World War I. Another important event of this was the awakening of the colonies. The colonies which were under the rule of the popular countries, developed countries, they wanted now the freedom. So the awakening of the colonies and attempts to gain freedom. They wanted to fight for their freedom, and also they got the freedom. Now we are going to learn about the formation of League of Nations. So League of Nations was formed as it was signed in Paris Peace Conference because the whole world need peace. Hereafter they thought there were no more wars in European country. People were suffering. Many diseases were caused, cancer and other diseases, leukemia. This disease also spread. Everywhere bloodshed. Dead bodies were lying on the roads. So all this made the people not to like war anymore. So League of Nations is an organization which was formed by Wilson. Children, please copy down these points, very important points. Before we enter into the world between two wars, these are the points you have to learn seriously. You have to think and read and learn it very well and prepare for the exam. See, formation of League of Nations is the continuation. The First World War brought untold miseries to the people. Untold means people cannot imagine the miseries happened during the warfield and wartime. All the nations wanted a permanent body to maintain peace in the world. So it was formed in 1920, which was called League of Nations. It's an organization. It helped a lot to the world countries in the initial period. The victorious nations forced the defeated nation with unfair treaties which sowed the seeds for the Second World War. They tortured the victorious nations, tortured the defeated nations, and those nations had a very great, sad feeling that how these big nations can give lot of trouble to us. Like that, this made them sow the seeds of the Second World War. The League settled the disputes between Sweden and Finland. there was a conflict between Sweden and Finland. It was also solved this problem by the League regarding the ownership of Åland Island. See, they were fighting for the ownership of Åland Island. This dispute also solved by League of Nations. It solved the boundary disputes in Silesia between Poland and Germany. Poland and Germany both were fighting for Silesia. The border issue, it was also solved by League of Nations. Then next, it avoided war between Greece and Italy over its island of Corfu. So it has an island. So Greece and Italy both were fighting for that island named Corfu. It was also solved by League of Nations. It also, in 1926, Germany and in 1934, Russia were also admitted in League of Nations as members. It also solved the border issue between Peru and Colombia. See, there was a dispute between Peru and Colombia about the border disputes that was also controlled by League of Nations. Then it also solved border issues between Peru and Colombia. Though its organs, the League prevented the spread of many diseases. Through these organs, there were many diseases spread after the First World War because of the poisonous gases spread all over the world. The world countries were affected with cancer and leukemia and also influenza. So these diseases caused heavy losses of their life. So it became a helping hand for those people who were suffering of diseases. So these are the important points about the formation of League of Nations. Later we can learn why this League of Nations is not permanent and what is the failure of this League of Nations. These points we can learn in the next class. Thank you, children. Take down these points carefully. Have you taken? Take down these points carefully and learn at home. The next lesson, Unit 2, the word between two words we can learn. Thank you very much. Children, have you taken down these points? I'll give you 5 minutes to take them. These are very important points to learn and prepare for the test.